All right. Now that we are officially really live, welcome back. This is the finale of Star Wars Scum and Villainy. I'm going to take a breath so Artemis can cut. Not going to count because that's a lot to ask. So before we get started, we got some announcements. Sponsor for tonight is Canadian Dice. Go to canadiandice.ca and use the code TheVacTair, all one word, for 15% off your order. And is it Maggie's dice pick? Because I thought Cedar did the thing this time. Okay. It says Maggie's pick on here. On my announcements, it says the mystery dice box. Because it has 5 sets in one and no repeats because Ryan is amazing. And that's just facts. Second announcement is the merch store over at tinyurl.com/vacmerch, where you can get all kinds of excellent designs by our fantastic artists. Third announcement is our schedule. Tomorrow, Legacy of Fire, potentially the finale. We'll just do all the finales in one weekend at 7:30 p.m. Eastern over on DM Jeremy's channel. Monday back here at 8:30 for Mistwalkers. Wednesday over on the Goodman Games channel at 9 p.m. for the Wasteland Saga. Thursday back here, as long as Rice, feeling better by then, hopefully, for Song of Crystal and Shadow at 8:30. And Friday is Fixius 5. On Sunday, February 25th at noon EST, we'll be doing the birthday bash again to raise money for Black Girl White Coat, charity that benefits Black and Hispanic women in the medical field and STEM. Also, in 40 days, because, Artemis hasn't been counting this forever, the backpack, or at least most of us, will be descending on Lake Geneva for GaryCon. So, if you're in that area, stop by and say hi. And as always, you can find our podcast.
That'll be the US Lake Geneva, not the Swiss one.
There's only one. There's only one. Oh, sorry. Anyway, podcast. Where are the podcast? Here's the thing. I'm going to pause for 2 seconds again. That's probably 2 seconds. I don't know. Anyway, who wants to give the recap from last time?
I can try.
Let's all go on.
I can give a shot. Someone fill in if I mess up. So, we set our sights on Mandalore, and we arrived at Mandalore, where we landed, and we were found to have been able to get a hold of someone that would potentially help our Sparrow.
So, yeah, you all were going to Mandalore anyway, and then you were hailed on your way there by Bo-Katan, who had you guys come and take a mission in order to basically help Ascara with your foundling status, trying to become a full Mandalorian.
And so we ended up deep in the jungle, where we were attacked by a bunch of Nexu, and Jin almost died.
I think we should say that you're on the planet Chogana. You're not just in Mandalore space, which is out in wild space. It was quite a journey to get there. You guys had to make several jumps in order to get there, and now it's a little bit sketchy. But yeah, you are in the jungle, and Nexu are stalking you, among other things.
Well, they better not be, because we killed at least 2, and the others turned tail and ran away.
No, you didn't kill any.
No, we just injured them really well.
Oh, did we? Oh, all right then.
Yeah, we bashed them, and
I thought we got at least one of them hard enough to down them permanently, but never mind.
Nope. There are still at least 4 Nexu in the jungles nearby.
After a little patch up, after all that, we were chatting amongst ourselves, trying to get to where we needed to be after getting scared the piss out of, and we heard someone behind us.
Just someone. Not one wielding a red lightsaber or anything.
Yeah, it wasn't a Wookiee. So that was mm, yeah. Pasha is not having a fun time with all this just Mandalorian space and fight to face off stuff, and then someone with a lightsaber. Or why is like getting a downed cargo ship? This was supposed to be like salvage retrieval, but they specifically asked for Jin. I'm just pointing out.
Yeah, and that is a good point, though. That Ryan, one thing that you missed was that Pasha is very nervous about Mandalorian stuff in general. Like that became very known in the last session.
Yeah, I mean, they're deciding to walk around in armor, and they're always armed, and to go into Mandalorian space, which is well controlled by Mandalorians, and to be hailed by them, it was a little off nervous. It's okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. No problem. No.
Everything's totally fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's great.
So again, there was the sound of a lightsaber igniting behind you. As Jen, you see a black figure with a masked face, menacingly standing there before you.
Mommy. I'm joking. She would turn to the figure. Obviously, a lot on edge, especially since they know her name like immediately, and is backing towards the others, going, "Who are you?"
Well, you see, I belong to a certain organization. You may have heard of the Inquisitors, and you only have one option here. Either you come with me willingly, or I kill you and all of your friends.
Why do you want me?
Oh, I think you know why. There's something special about you.
I wouldn't say that.
Mm.
I'm just a mechanic.
One second, I'll be right back.
Pasha leans into Vex and is like, Vex, is that an X? You didn't give me a heads up about an X.
No, it is not an X. I have just been running my memory bank, and the fact that called himself an Inquisitor, it's not good.
It's Darth Yeti. Really... It's a Darth Yeti, not Jedi.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't be seen. There's only two of them.
Well, you joking, right? Jedi, they're not.
No.
What?
And Oscara just gives him a look, as if to say, "Do you think I'm joking?"
Your face says no, but you've been half an engine fumes. The Jedi, that's all we. No.
I have to tell you that no, it's not. I spent decades on that wretched sand planet, bolted to the Hutt. I know that the Jedi is real. Or was.
So you're telling me that it really knows all about the Force, using and just makes random gestures with hands.
Yeah.
I don't understand this.
You mean
he probably does.
So what I thought was true was actually true. Yeah.
It would seem so. I'm quite surprised, actually, that he hasn't already made a move, that he's letting us have this conversation. But let's make the most of the opportunity.
Yeah, indeed. Well, canonically, I do believe I did already have my weapon out as we were all just like face mauled by Nexius, so I think we still
I
have.
mean, you guys can do your prepping while I try and keep him busy.
Oh, but
I would
is
not.
he afraid?
I
You're
do not
not
like the idea
going
of that.
quietly so that your friends have died? No? Okay.
No, we're not. That's not happening. We're not doing that.
Just checking. Just checking. That was
Yeah, so just so everyone knows, I didn't catch any of that because yeah, I had maintenance unexpectedly show up. So yeah, I have no idea what just happened.
that's all right.
We
were just
we
took
talking.
the opportunity to have a conversation and to Oscara and Vex persuaded Pasha that the Jedi and the Sith and all that sort of stuff is real, which they did not wish to believe to begin with. We
Jin's
are
kind
now.
of unbelieving at this point, you know, that that's actually a thing and that she was just, you know, she has a sense of deja vu once in a while, not exactly this happening.
Mhm.
Pasha
Yeah,
is just
so,
more convinced that
we-
the person virus is just as crazy as the rest of you.
So I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh,
Oh, here we go.
sorry, the part that you missed was we backed away slowly into the jungle.
Which stats was it again, Rick?
Cool, or I'm totally blanking on the other one. I think it
Vigilance,
starts with a V. Yeah, vigilance. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have 3 successes.
Excellent.
I have 1 success, 2 advantages.
2 successes, 2 advantages.
I am 1 success, 2 advantages.
Okay.
And
We are
if our
doing well.
opponent is, if I go before our opponent, let me know.
One moment. Gotta roll for them. Cool. No, they're gonna go last.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Vex, you were up first.
Am I? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, although we have backed off a bit, I am still quite close and I am holding my light blaster. So the obvious thing to do to get things started is to try and gain the upper hand by firing at him, because I ought to be close enough to be able to hit him without making a mess of it.
As long as they don't like move suddenly.
Which I know they might, or they might catch it with the lightsaber and all the rest of it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's as good a start as any. I need to get a bit closer, but I'll do that later.
I mean, you could get closer anytime.
There's something else I need to do first.
Hmm.
Don't worry.
I mean, worried for all of your survival, but could be the shortest session of all time. Who knows?
This is true. It could be. Yes. But don't worry. So I need to do that again. Do you want to encumber me with any difficulty?
It is going to be 3.
That is so unhelpful.
I mean, we did establish that 3 is
Yeah.
kind of the base for this planet.
What a waste of XP points. 1 success, 3 threats.
Okay.
Oh, starting us off strong.
I wouldn't say strong. That's,
No, me either.
Sarcasm.
Yeah. So what was your damage on the pistol? Or light blaster,
5.
sorry. Okay.
Oh, 5 plus 1 per success. So 6.
Yeah. That's the same for all the weapons. All right. After Vex is Jen.
Oh, So she's going to raise.
Hang on, can I make my maneuver?
Oh, yeah. I thought you said you were saving that.
No. I meant yeah. When I said I was saving it for later, I meant after I actually got him going, as it were. I am going to Vex very slightly turns away so that it's not obvious what they're doing, and then the wrist of the hand that has all the various implements on it very gently turns it round until the longest of the various needles and things that are on the top is at the front and in what's the word I'm looking for, in full working order, should we say.
Okay. Didn't realize that Vex was a secret assassin.
You think he's going to let his friends? You forget. He knows all about this. He knows what this is because he's been around for a long time.
Or at least, has heard about it. He may not have seen necessarily, but
he knows.
Yeah. Yeah, especially, heard about that weird old Ben guy.
Exactly.
Sounds like a weirdo. I don't trust him.
Right, now I have finished, thank you.
Okay, just making sure. All right, Jen.
So she's going to look at the guy, tilt her head to the side after raising her blaster and giving off a shot.
Okay. Give me a roll.
And you said it was 3?
Yep.
Okay, these threats are going to build. 2 successes, 1 threat.
Okay. What's your damage?
5.
All right. So, as both of you have started popping off these shots at this Inquisitor, they activated their second blade and began spinning it. It does seem like you are able to clip them, but they don't seem horribly injured by these shots. And after Jen, unless there's anything else, would be Ascara.
That would be, after possibly moving a couple steps back just to make sure that she's out of the way of these blades. It'd be EOT for me.
Okay.
Okay. Ascara is pulling her slug thrower rifle and gonna take a shot. So that would be ranged heavy.
Aren't you glad you got that?
Yeah. Okay, so it's 3 green, 1 yellow. And
When Ascara just, whips out the shotgun and says, "Parry this."
5 successes.
Jesus Christ. What is the damage on the slug thrower?
That is 7 plus, whatever. So it's 7 on my sheet plus whatever I get for all those successes.
Damn. Okay, yeah, that's 12 damage. That's ridiculous.
Good shot,
Did you
Ascara.
inflict a serious wound?
Wow.
I was gonna say, Ascara, why do you want to kill this Inquisitor?
What?
I mean, you can't parry a slug. That's why the Mandalorians use them.
Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm just like, I just killed an Inquisitor in like, what? Like, we just killed an Inquisitor in like 3 shots. She is literally going to take, as the others are, distracting him, sorry. Is it him?
You don't know. I mean,
No,
they
definitely.
are masked and
Their
unknowable.
Their voice was,
They had a voice mod. Yeah.
Yeah. They have a voice model like Queen does tonight. They as the others are shooting blasters at them. Skara is lining up the shot with her rifle, and is taking a few deep breaths just because rifle. And when there's a gap between when the blades are spinning, she pulls the trigger, and threads the needle, and goes for a headshot.
So, because I want to do something here, I'm going to say it manages to mostly thread the needle. It does try to deflect, like they catch kind of the edge of it, and it gives them a gut shot instead. And so, as they are bleeding out, actively dying, they collapse to their knees and say, "It doesn't matter if you kill me. There'll be more."
Did they just forgive you or kill them? Or compete?
I don't think it was forgiveness. I don't think that's the right word here.
No, Pasha is just like, Pasha's so upset. Pasha had pistol drawn, and gets a special advantage if they go before the other person. I was going to use strange to take a double shot, and I triumphantly got robbed. It's okay, it was a Leany Walker that would get to use. It's all fine.
Yeah,
But
my
also,
opportunity. I was going to sneak up behind him and stab him with something
and I mean,
unpleasant.
Artemis, great use of a Star Wars quote, but since this is neither a Sith nor a Jedi, the Inquisitors are their own thing. There's so many of them, so yeah. Not that you all know that for sure, but they did say that there would be others.
Mm-hmm.
So they said their last words and they'd have to die. There's no possible poking, prodding, inquiring they could do of the Inquisitor.
I mean, if you were so inclined, but I think probably your friends are going to discourage you from trying to heal this Inquisitor and talk to them, just because the Force is kind of something that you might not want to still have as a threat.
Oh, no healing, no effects, gets too close, motion kind of thing. But I start rifling through the pockets for ship keys. The fob, just like...
Vex goes in and takes the lightsaber from him.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that he can't do any damage whilst dying.
Their lightsaber deactivates as they collapse.
Okay.
So Vex, you now have a double-bladed spinning red lightsaber.
Wait.
That's not a surgery tool. That's not a... I know cutting open and cauterizing would probably be really fun, but that's not such a healing thing. You don't usually do surgery from 3 feet away.
I just wanted to make sure that it was out of his reach, just in case.
Would you mind? Would you mind terribly? She's reaching her hand out for the lightsaber. Just well out of reach of this Inquisitor that's, dying on the ground.
Yeah, my brain went straight to Bioshock, though. Would you kindly?
I don't mind at all. It seems to me that quite possibly you were meant to have this.
That is a Seat weapon. Only Seat use or Darjetti use the red sabers. And our Jin is not our Jin is not a Darjetti.
I have something to do with the Force, apparently.
She's not exactly.
I don't know that Vex would necessarily know what is being said, just because they're not words in common. It's not basic. It's Mandoa. I believe we've established that you don't speak Mandalorian, if I remember correctly.
No, I don't. But clearly, this personage knew Jin, and I know what a lightsaber is. And I'm a droid. I can add 2 and 2 and make 4.
So proud.
Uh, when Oscar swears, I understand.
I'm not.
That's
I'm
all.
not
That's all you
swearing.
learn me into.
Yeah, I'm.
That's all I learned.
You think I'm
Did
saying
I
bad
find
words?
some? Did I find something else to fly?
Yeah, it seems like this would go to a TIE fighter.
The one that was following us.
Mhm.
Can I put a TIE fighter in our
It definitely would
Astera
not.
ostrich?
It definitely
would.
You could try to like duct tape it to the hull, see if that'll work, but really messes with the aerodynamics.
Well,
Do we have a tractor beam?
Credits.
Absolutely not.
Just checking.
But you do have 2 pilots.
Oh yes.
Wonderful.
I mean,
But TIE
if you're
fighters
willing to
short
fly it.
range.
True.
I mean, you don't think this was a normal TIE fighter. You know, it definitely had more of like the TIE interceptor profile.
Hmm.
Oh.
All right. With about payday to go get, I say we leave the body here for the mention of the future people, and maybe they will leave us alone. Yes, maybe. Anyone want to
Before
black
we
cloak
do
and a
though,
mask?
she does take care to. I guess we've already done that, but to look to see if there's anything else that maybe Jin can ascertain from the Inquisitor's body.
I mean, what are you looking for specifically?
Honestly, just anything that pertains to that particular lifestyle. Besides
no.
the lightsaber.
No, they have almost nothing on their person.
Just figure I'd ask.
There's nothing that might be useful in trying to work out why they were here.
Nope.
Why they were after Jin.
I mean, they did say either to come willingly or be slaughtered, so you know, there's definitely something.
Tyson picks up the mask and puts it on his fell like, no wonder. Can't see anything. Tosses it.
I
it's
feel like
obvious
we're going to take offense to that.
So it's obvious they're after me for something.
They were either looking to turn you into one of them or purge you. Just like the end of the Clone Wars.
Well, and I think you would know, given that they wanted her to come willingly, the purging probably was not their intent.
Yeah, they were. It sounds like they were looking to take you back and train you in the steep ways.
This was a job interview.
Then it's time for me to fight like hell.
I thought I'd call it more forced recruitment.
Well, yeah, we just came from that. That was not so much fun. So,
Yes.
Well, little did they know I'm not going willingly.
I think they have a inkling of that actually. Just a slight one.
They will probably have worked that out from
Little tingling sensation in the gut, you might say.
Maybe.
yes.
Yeah.
Tasha is definitely like messing around, but at one point, Teresa sees Jin with the lightsaber and is like, she's a 10, but she has honor and a sword, so she's a 15. I mean, let's go.
Yeah. So I'm gonna need whoever is leading to give me a survival check. Which I assume is probably
I
going to be.
believe it was Oscara who was leading, wasn't it? Because
It was, and that's when all the rolls went to shit.
So,
yeah. So hopefully,
let me know if you see
2 advantages.
Nice.
It's about as
I
good.
mean-
as,
Go.
yeah, about as good as last time. As you are leaving the murder scene here, you can hear the
Self
next.
defense, thank you.
Sure. You can hear the Nexu like, purring in the jungle as they start to approach the body. They seem currently somewhat distracted, but that Inquisitor may not be enough of a meal for all four of them.
Well, it was a
I
good
say
spot, though.
So,
we skedaddle. Well, skittling is good. Yeah.
Skittling while the daddling's good. Gotcha.
are you
Hmm.
headed to the wreckage or to your ship?
Got this far already. We ain't got paid for
We
nothing.
still need to get that to that wreckage. We still need to
We do.
fulfill our job,
Yeah,
as it were.
go to the wreckage.
Pat's just walking through the jungle going, how many mythical Sith hunting Jedi loving things can pop up deadly at one time? Pat's has no idea what it's talking about, but
Probably just one, right? There's no way that there's more just like hanging out.
Well, if they came in
Yeah.
that TIE fighter, there's only one seat in a TIE fighter, I believe.
unless you want to sit on my lap. Well, sorry, Vex,
I mean-
it would be the other way, but I might sit on yours.
Would suggest that would probably be less likely to crush your limbs.
Yeah. No
Although,
offense, man.
although I wonder if it'd be contraindicated in Vex's owner's manual.
Probably.
Or maintenance manual, I should say. No one really
Yeah.
owns Vex.
Pat's
Not anymore,
is
no.
like, do you think I would weigh too much that I would void the warranty?
No, but I don't know how strong Vex's joints are.
Mm,
Much better since
Touche.
I had that oil bath.
you
Wonderful.
have been squeaking a lot less.
So, as you all are leaving and getting very lost in the jungle once again, I need you all to give me either discipline or cool, as we are making another fear check.
Oh, shit.
And this will be with 3 challenge dice.
Yeah.
You said discipline or cool?
Yep.
It's 6 half a dozen another, so it's whatever.
Challenges, that one.
Challenge or difficulty die?
Challenge.
Oh. All right. I'll roll it right. then.
Well,
One failure.
Wait,
One
chat-
advantage.
Remind me, chat with challenge purple or red?
Red.
Okay.
oh, so we need a challenge die instead of purple die?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So how many challenge die? I'm
Three.
sorry.
3 challenge die.
Along with
Dice.
the 3 purples?
No, there's no purpose.
No. Instead of.
Oh shit. Okay. Then my roll's void. So I gotta do that with the right dice.
2 successes, 1 threat.
Okay. So,
Oh, spend all
Ascara,
the sweat on the first Inquisitor. Don't give any more.
yeah, Ascara does not gain any fear. We had established
What?
everyone's pretty uncomfortable. There's some slight fear going on, but not like gonna shit yourself or run away or anything like that. So far, what
I
was-
got one advantage.
Vex has not put his light blaster away. It is
Smart.
still
Other
out, and he is endeavouring to keep an eye on everything at once.
And what was Jen's roll?
2 successes, 4 threats.
Okay.
Lots.
Here we go again.
Yeah. You don't feel afraid. You feel very at ease, despite everything that has just recently gone down. But there's definitely more noise from the jungle, and it doesn't sound like the Nexu. It sounds different. It sounds squishy.
Oh,
Oh.
I thought you were about to say a rancor. Sounded loud,
Don't get
maybe.
them ideas.
I mean, that's for later.
They are apparently a jungle animal, if you can imagine that thing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they may or may not be in this system somewhere. Who knows? It's a mystery. Oscar, if you want to give me another...
Is this behind them, behind us, or in front of us, or beside us, or everywhere?
A little bit of each.
Can we move quickly? Is that
Recommended.
thing?
I think we can do that.
I don't know if you heard right, but can I get Oscar to make another survival check?
Survival? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. There's a...
And it's just with 3 difficulty.
Okay. Three failures.
Okay. At this point, you all are really struggling to navigate this jungle. And you can hear voices.
Shit.
Like,
No,
like
people speaking.
okay. So
Hey.
here, like, you hear voices.
You didn't gain that much figure.
Oh, keeper.
Yes.
Is it the light side and dark side points carry over from session to session, or do I need to build up some from each game?
I mean, I would say because you didn't really spend that you could use them.
I still have one from last game that I would like to use.
Absolutely.
I want to foresee.
Yeah.
Mainly am looking to see. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Wait. Sorry, I forgot that I got a new power last time. Oh, where's it at? I'm trying to be quick, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
And this is why I print my stuff out.
Oh, see.
I would like to use the light side point to work with sense.
Okay. What? Yeah.
I'd like to use that point to try and sense all living things within a short range.
I'm gonna make a suggestion, and you can ignore me if you would like.
Go
I
ahead.
think foresee would be more useful here because you all have been wandering.
Fair enough, then that's what I'll do.
Okay. Remind me what you need to do here. Don't you roll?
Give me 1 second to pull up that particular tree.
And you all were headed towards the main hull, right? Not the engine?
Yes.
Where we thought the cargo would be.
Yep.
Yes.
I can, let's see, user may spend light or dark side points to gain vague hints of events to come up to a day in its own personal future. And then I have a strength as well. Spend light or dark to pick up specific details equal to the strength upgrades purchased.
Gotcha. Yeah, but you only have 1 point. So I'm going to say that you are able to foresee like enough details of where you need to go that you are able to navigate your way to the main hull. That Ascara, you were doing your best, but this is a very unusual and unnerving jungle, and it's just throwing off your ability to properly navigate. But Jen, you are able to kind of take over, or at least give some hints of direction. And after a significant amount of time, as the sun is starting to fade, you make your way to the main hull.
Okay.
So the forward section of the ship rests several kilometers north of where you had seen you assume the engine. Let's see. The bridge seems to still be attached, but much of the hull is obscured by trees, and it appears potentially some kind of camouflage. Like maybe survivors might have tried to hide it in some way. If somebody would like to give me either perception or computers, if you are wanting to, scan it in some way.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Computers.
Yep. It'll be 2 of the black dice.
2 black.
Mm-hmm.
And if I were to do a perception?
Same.
Too bad. 1 success, 1 advantage on that.
Nice.
1 success, 3 advantage.
Oh,
Okay.
That should be shut up.
So, let's
Damn
see.
straight.
Yeah, you're able to see that there is a lot of debris scattered around. You can't quite tell. Some of it seems like it might have been purposefully placed there, like parts taken off of the ship after the fact, after it crashed. But on the eastern shore of this large lake, you see what at first appears to be a large, irregularly shaped hill, randomly covered in vines and vegetation. But as you scan it and you are investigating, you suddenly realize you're looking at the forward sloped section of the ship and its bridge. It seems to be facing towards this lake, and the shell-like hull is splayed open with the lower decks buried and crushed into the old riverbank.
I would at this point at least let them know, what I'm seeing as I'm seeing it. And I'm trying to pull some of this vegetation off of the ship to actually get an idea of what it is. And I mean, obviously it's going to be a hell of a lot of damage, but
I mean, I don't know about that. Like it's intact enough that it didn't just disintegrate whenever it crashed. And the bridge is, an important section where you would be able to access the computers and things like that.
Pasha's going straight for the hull. Pasha wants to know, what were we supposed to get? How fast can we get it? How fast can we get out of here with it? And then get paid.
Yeah, and now that Ascara is here, I mean, the biggest thing is the data on the ship. Because this was an old CIS ship from the Clone Wars that the Empire was pursuing whenever they had taken over. That is crucial data. There's a lot of old star charts that would be extremely useful. Information that maybe the Empire tried to suppress after they took over, as well as a lot of information on battle droid manufacture could be useful.
Remind me again what exactly we were told to bring back to get paid. It was just the data, or it was data and...
I mean, you weren't really told. It was Ascara who, had gone and talked with the droid, but Ascara would know. Yeah, it is mostly just the data. And then anything else on the ship that might be valuable, is stuff that you could potentially salvage and sell yourselves.
They want the data. Anything else is for us to use or sell.
And Vex, want to help me come find some stuff to lift and carry? And Pasha just walks into the hall, if I can, to start looking for stuff while he's singing, I'm looking for some lovely bunch of stuff, this stuff. where's the stuff I can't get paid for to do? Like, just totally off key. Just totally.
Yeah. I love it with the voice mod too. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
The day's been hot. I've yelled and eaten. Let's get up, paycheck, and go.
Yeah.
That's all you get from echoing inside.
Probably. And you can probably tell that it is very off key because you can hear yourself echoing back, but I don't think that probably stops you at all.
It's fully a coping mechanism because I am not mechanically scared, but I am flavor-wise uncomfortable now.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely still some lingering fear from last session. I'm sure probably even more lingering fear from this session.
Whoa.
Yeah, Pasha, if you would give me a perception check as you're searching the ship.
Mm-hmm. Any dice?
Yep, it'll be 3 difficulty.
Difficulty not challenge, okay.
Right.
Yep. Alright, 1 success, 2 threat.
Okay. It looks like portions of a ship have been stripped for salvage. Doesn't seem like this was like a professional crew. It seems like it was probably small groups, just kind of coming in and taking what they can. Other than that, you can see that crew names were scratched onto the surface of the ship, like the outer hull. Or at least you can assume that they're crew names.
They were apparently crewed by a bunch of teenagers. They were graffiti. There's no like name that pops out that is like super known to the entire universe or anything like that.
Nope.
Okay.
There's no, Django Fett was here.
Okay. Then, yeah. So I don't find anything. And it's like, well, they took the copper wire and
Where would you be headed on the ship?
I would be going towards the cargo bay if this was a cargo ship.
Okay. Let's see. There's all kinds of different sections. Oh yeah, no. What you're looking for is in another ship. No, it's in the other section.
Great. All right. So happy we came on this little outing. Do you all have your information and stuff lightly carried that we can run back to our ship? Yes. I hear there's a Wookiee I haven't met that I think at this point looks appealing.
I mean, you all would need to get to the bridge in order to actually access the computers that you would need to access.
Oh, I thought that, sorry, I misunderstood that. I thought that's where Jin was.
Not yet.
Ah.
I mean, definitely could be making your way there, though, if that's what you're wanting to do.
Or you can continue to listen to me sing off key.
Vex goes up and starts helping to pull aside some of this vegetation to see if we can find a way in.
Oh, I mean, you easily find a way in.
Good. That's okay then.
What'd you say, Zane?
I said appreciate the help.
So if you are making your way inside, then Jen, I need a coordination check.
Coordinate.
And that will be with 2 difficulty. Is anyone else going in with her?
And assuming
Vex
guys
is.
doing this other stuff at the same time.
You said 2 difficult.
Yep.
Okay, 1 sec.
Vex is.
Okay. Vex, I will have you roll the same thing.
Sorry, which?
Well, scared.
Coordination.
Coordination.
With 2 difficulty.
Okay. We can do that.
2 successes.
Okay.
What advantage?
Okay. Vex, as you are walking along through this hallway, the deck below you partially collapses, and your foot goes through the floor, but you're able to catch yourself enough. You don't take any damage, but you definitely know that it is a little bit unstable, a little bit unsafe.
Mhm.
And Jen, I mean, you're
Jin, my
right there.
friend, be careful where you put your feet. I know I
Appreciate
am.
that.
I know I am heavier than you are, but
I'm pretty light.
this feels very, very unstable.
So at this point, she'll walk over to Vex and try and help them out of their little hole that they stepped into.
Oh, I mean, it wasn't something that he needed help getting out of. It was just more of a fell through, was able to pull himself out, and
Fair enough.
now is aware that the floor is not lava, but close.
Floor is dangerous.
Yeah.
Yes, floor is bad.
All right. So
Next
you make
moves
your way-
across so that they're closer to the edge, rather than walking down the middle of the corridor.
That sounds like the better idea.
Sounds like an idea. That's for sure. Oscar, are you staying outside as well?
Yeah, I'm on guard. I'm gonna switch to my carbine and keep watch.
Okay. If either of you would like to give me either perception or computers, if you want to like scan the area.
I'll go ahead and give a computer's roll.
You're inside the ship. I meant Oscar.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I'll shut up.
I will go with both of them are the same, so I'm gonna go with computers just because.
Yeah.
2 successes and 1 advantage.
Okay. Yeah. So the voices you heard earlier, there seems to be a group of humanoids potentially seemingly approaching the ship. About half a dozen.
Who's outside with me?
Just Pasha.
Just Pasha.
I'm gonna look at Pasha and nudge my head. 6.
Pasha has stopped singing and is looking around. Can I stealth and try and get closer, figure where they're coming from, anything?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. Difficulty dice?
It's going to be 3.
Okay. Two success, 2 threats. As I blaster in the hand, tiptoe. Trying to stay behind cover, but still kind of hear speaking common.
The others, no, they don't appear to be speaking common. You see a group of humanoid aliens. 1 second. They all are wearing like flight suits. They are all carrying various types of blasters. And yeah, it is a group of Rhodians. So green skin aliens. Greedo, basically. And they seem to be actively searching for something. You're not 100% sure what.
If Oscar can see me, I do kind of I try and make like the Rhodian like mouth shape with my hands. And I like, how many did I see? He said group.
There's 6, yeah.
Okay, so I go like and for the hearing audience only, I did a very bad miming 6 face, shape, and weapons.
6 armed Rhodians. That sounds even worse.
Yeah. Rhodians with arms.
I about died in the chat.
Yes, 6 vagina guns. How did you know? Yeah. So they definitely are
Passion is a
making their
simple
way
man,
towards.
does not think very far.
Yeah. They definitely seem to be making their way towards the ship, and you're not 100% sure if they're looking for the ship or for you.
Alone.
Or
Obviously,
for
I didn't
something
recognize
else.
any of them as having worked for our former Hutton player, correct?
Um, you don't recognize any of them, but you know
But it's a
that
possibility.
yeah, Timo and really the Hutts in general have pretty long arms and could have
Mm.
potentially recruited outside of their normal group, especially since you stole from their like main bounty hunter, the ship
Mhm.
itself.
Ugh.
As Pasha is like trying to creep back to Oscara because I do not wish to be far from the person who can one shot a wielder of light. Yeah, definitely going through my mind being like, they can't be animals. They don't know that that was us who unloaded the ship, but it wasn't technically us. It was us. It was the Mandalorian. Well, I didn't want to not take the sister because that would have pissed Scar off. Anyways, I like will come back and after thinking all this and just being like, yeah, I don't know who they are, but I think they're not nice. Should we hide and get the others, or do you feel like just please tell me this is not one of your if you don't want to deal with it, I'll deal with it on my own kind of things.
No, this is not one of those unless you want to go and hide.
But I like the ambush. Ambushes are good.
Or so do I,
I'm
especially in a
happy if,
jungle.
yeah. I've got no issue with shooting people before they know that I'm here. I'm just saying.
Let's go and see. Let's go and hide and see if they get too close to the ship. We'll give them the old 1-2.
mm,
As you all make your way inside, I will also have you give me a coordination check with 2 difficulty.
Coordination.
Oh.
That's a good one for me.
Just Pasha and Oscar are all of us.
Just the 2 of them.
Mm. Oh no.
1 success, 2 advantages.
Nice.
2 failures, 1 advantage.
Pasha, you fall through the floor into the level below you,
Clyde, bang.
and you're going to take 2 wounds.
Eesh.
So, Ascara, you would know that Pasha just made a lot of noise as he fell through the floor next to you.
You just hear this resounding after a second, and the dust settles. You just, ow.
He just looks. She just looks down, and she rolls her eyes and tries to help him up.
I mean, he is on the deck below you. Are you like getting down to try to reach and help him that way, or how are you going to help him? I assume
He
none of
might-
you have feet of rope because that's a different game.
Yeah, he might just wave at you and be like, "Go, hi, find the way up."
Okay, all right.
Pasha, why don't you give me a survival check?
Yeah, even if I'm just gonna sit here and mull
Oh, are
for
you
it.
just waiting?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
What
I
would
was
you?
like,
What's the difficulty?
You can. Just 2.
It's successes.
Stop it, cat.
3 successes.
Nice.
I don't know way around the ship. I could find the stairs.
Yeah, it takes a second or two, but you do make your way back to Ascara. I think both of you know at this point your surprise is maybe a little bit blown.
Yeah, not the first thing on my thought though. I've been trying to find a way out, but I'm also like listening for blast to fire.
You don't hear anything yet. Are you both still just trying to like hide an ambush though? Or what's the plan from here?
I certainly am.
I mean, like I said, they're definitely prepared at this point for someone to be not very far away. So the element of surprise is not really in your favor currently.
I would like to find a spot where I would be able to have a clear shot if they were to come out, but also maybe be able to like yell at them and communicate, but not be easily shot off. You know, like I want to duck behind something and
Yeah, Jin could act as a good distraction, and I could reposition or try to reposition.
Well, Jen is a little bit further in with Vex.
Yeah, not Jin.
Pasha?
Pasha.
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 Yeah.
Pasha like stopping. Can I be a distraction?
Yeah, I mean, both of you can find like conjoining rooms from this hallway that you could hide out in, unless Pasha, you want to stay out in the hall and like talk to them.
I'll be in the hall with like my back against the wall, being as small as I can, but being able to see them. It's just
Are you
just-
like attempting? I was gonna say, are you attempting to look cool, or are you attempting to like be there but also hide?
I'm attempting to look like not an easy target. Like mostly you can't see me, hopefully, but just
If this
enough
was
that
a
you're
different
looking my
game.
way.
Yeah, if this was a different game, you'd be taking the dodge action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat is telling you to shoot first and ask questions later.
That is, I do like that. I do. Problem is, I can't shoot first 6 times. Well, how nice strain do I got? But I don't know Ascara's weapon.
I mean, you've seen Ascara use her weapon a little bit, and you've definitely heard a little bit about Ascara, both from Timo, because you were somewhat affiliated at one point, and Ascara was an up-and-coming bounty hunter, but also
yeah.
you heard about the exploits on Tatooine.
But I can't one shot. Yeah, probably 6 creatures in a row. Yeah, so I'm trying to kind of kill time for Ascara to get a good position, and maybe for our 2 other friends to kind of hear a commotion and hightail it back.
Yeah. So as you are
yell out at them.
Yeah, as you are trying to make yourself as small as possible, you see 2 Rhodian heads kind of peek through, and they are holding flashlights and seem to be cautious. I think they're taking every precaution possible.
Yeah, I'll call it to be like, don't suppose you or any of you speak common, do you? That'd be great. I'm really no linguist.
And one of them just yells back, "Yeah, I can speak basic."
Basic, of course. That's see, can't even talk right with. Anyways, so just curious, because it's been a rough day and everything. What y'all got out here?
Say that last part again.
What y'all doing out here?
Sorry, sometimes the voice mod just makes it hard to process.
It makes sense. It's Pasha.
Yeah. And they just say, "Why are you here?"
Well, I'm not here looking for any beings, if that makes a difference.
No, we're here for the salvage.
Okay. Oh. Alright. That's that's not an issue. Yeah. You know what? That's like the best news I heard all day.
Except you're all in our way.
Ah. Yeah, there's that. There's that. And Pasha is kind of like looking around. Yeah. Well, someone's staring something at this point. He's like, there is that. Yeah. Well, you see, that's a funny story. And is gonna try and just like vamp for a whole while.
Yeah, the 6 of them start to make their way into the ship, and we're going to cut over to our other 2. So, Vex and Jen,
Yes, sir.
I need you to give me a computers check, one of you.
Yippers.
And it'll be 2.
2. Well, that's something I don't think I've gotten before. 4 successes, 1 triumph.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to find a maintenance tunnel that gets you much faster to the bridge. And also,
Nice.
it's much less rickety and risky. It's a little bit more reinforced. As you make your way to the bridge, though, you do see that there are 2 battle droids in the bridge. Like, you're able to kind of poke your head up through a maintenance hatch, and you can see the 2 B1s standing guard.
Frack.
What are they doing there?
I have no idea, but it can't be anything good.
Well, I mean, you both know that this was a CIS ship. They were, on the separatist side, the side that used the battle droids frequently. And this was a warship, so not
That's fair.
totally surprising to have battle droids.
Hmm. I wonder if it would be worth me going and having a conversation with them, droid to droid, as it were.
To give it a shot, see what you can find out.
Yeah. Okay. So Vex sort of comes up out of this thing and makes quite a lot of noise about it, but makes sure that they don't see Jin.
I'm sure he's very grateful about it as well, because droids are known for their smooth.
Exactly. Exactly. And proceeds, having managed to get himself upright again, proceeds to walk towards the 2 battle droids.
They don't appear to move as you start to approach them.
That's interesting. Just slowly and gently, I walk a little closer.
Okay. As you do, it seems like they have run out of power and the position that they were standing.
That's very helpful. So I walk right up to them and establish that, yes, that is the case. They are not actually functioning, which is very good.
Definitely appears that way.
Excellent. Jin, it's all right. These 2 have run out of juice, as I believe used to be an old saying.
Well, if they've run out of juice, maybe I can program them to help us.
That would be very helpful.
I mean, you would have to power them up first.
Well, obviously,
true.
but it's worth a shot.
Well,
I mean,
I heard some noise going on out there.
I was gonna say, did you hear a thunk and howl and then hey guys?
I don't know. I don't know what it was. I know it might have been just a bit more of the floor falling in, but it. I'm concerned that we should not spend more time here than we need to. So perhaps we concentrate first on seeing if we can get at this data.
You're right. You're right.
Ourselves, rather than.
She tries to squirm her way out of the little hole that they had started to put their head through.
Yeah, I mean it's not hard to do. The ladder, leads up, and you're able to make your way out. Vex, are you looking around while Jin is trying to crack the computer?
I am. I'm looking to see what I can see and just have a look at what's going on.
Yeah, give me
outside.
A perception check with 3 difficulty, and Jen, I'm gonna have you give me computers with 4 difficulty.
Oof. Okay.
Perception.
Okay. I don't know how to type that.
What'd you get?
4 successes, 3 threats.
Oh, yeah. I mean, don't worry about it.
Let it happen.
Yeah. You are able to get into the computer systems and download all of the data that you could possibly need. It doesn't seem like there is enough power for like powering up these droids to do anything. But there is enough, still remaining to actually get into the computers at least.
Fair enough. So yeah, she'd pull all that data off of there that she could.
Yeah, absolutely. Vex, what was your roll?
2 threats.
No success?
No success.
Okay.
So I see nothing.
Yeah. Vex, you do hear the clanking of droid feet down the hall outside of the bridge.
Okay.
That was quite the reaction.
Jin, are you done? Do we have everything that we need?
She would be looking to see if that was in fact the case.
Yes, you wouldn't need to look. I mean, you downloaded all the relevant information.
Okay, wonderful. I believe so, yes.
Excellent. It seems to me that we probably need to leave. Ideally using the same method that we got here by, because I can hear something out in the hallway, so I suggest we don't want to go that way. It sounds remarkably like droids.
Sounds like we've overstayed our welcome.
Yes, I think that would be a very good description of it.
All right, fair enough. You would see her, grab her tools and supplies and whatnot, and hightail it back towards the ladder.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that large of a bridge. You are able to get there pretty quickly and start making your way back to where you last saw the others. And at that point, we're going to cut back. Ascara, what are you doing? As Pasha is trying to potentially stall and or negotiate.
Have I managed to get a more advantageous position on these Rhodians by this point?
I mean, you were able to get into one of the side rooms. You could potentially try to peek out.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Are you popping off a shot, or are you just looking?
Just looking to start with.
Okay. You do see that the 6 of them have guns drawn and are making their way in towards you. You would have also overheard, the conversation. It was all in basic that you all are in the way.
Can I try to like pop off a shot? But I mean, it's a blaster, so but without them, like hit someone in the back or something.
Not so much the back, because you would be facing them directly, unless you're trying to like pull off some kind of trick shot.
Not when there are 6 of them. No.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and take one of them out.
Okay. And don't forget, you can use strain to attack more than once.
Yeah, I might have to.
All right. Give me your attack roll with 2 difficulty.
Okay. 3 of those, 1 of those, 2 of those. Make sure I'm right on that. Yeah, because it's ranged heavy. Yep. 2 successes.
Okay. What's the damage on the carbine?
The carbine is 9.
Yeah, I knew it was pretty big. Please.
Jeez.
Damn.
Yeah. You managed to hit one of them. Seems like they have some fairly decent body armor under their flight suits.
Well, shit.
Are you using any strain?
How much strain do I have to spend?
I believe it's just 1 to attack again, or no, it's 2, right?
2.
2.
Yeah.
Then I will spend 2 strain to attack again.
Okay.
1 success, 2 advantages.
Are you going after the same one?
Yeah.
They seem pretty significantly wounded, but are still standing.
And again.
Does Ascara have grenades? Because I know Vex does.
No. No, just the weapons.
What kind of Mandalorian are you?
One who had the slug thrower when no one else did.
Yeah. You're a baby Mandalorian. It's okay.
Yeah.
GG.
I'll spend another 2 strain to take another shot if that's allowable.
I'll allow it.
Gee, I wonder where all that threat went. 4 successes.
Okay, yeah, and if you're going after the same one, you are able to headshot this one, and you have just enough to take off another shot and kind of wing one of the others. So you kill one and damage another. Pasha, what are you doing as you see Ascara start blasting?
Yeah, I have no weapon out, I said. They were approaching. See one go down. I'm like, see, here's the thing, is that my partner person don't like you. We'll shoot back. Not shoot back. I'm not shooting Ascara. I will
Right.
shoot.
At
Yeah.
them.
Just like that, sir.
Yep. And it'll
Okay,
be
and see difficulty.
Yep.
Okay, and because they have not gone yet, I get to add luck boosts.
nice.
Yep. Okay, and okay, fingers crossed. 3 successes, 3 advantages.
Nice.
Which, so I deal 6 damage on a hit plus 1 damage per success. 5 plus, so they get 9 damage total.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. That you are able to hit them. It does seem to do some damage, but body armor seems to take the brunt of it.
I will take this
in this stream?
strain because, yes, my other people have not magically showed up behind me, and firing has happened, and feel a little exposed.
We're on our way.
Alright. 2 successes, 1 triumph.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Interesting. Yeah, you are able to take out a second one. Are you using any further strain?
How much strain was that for the extra again?
2 for the first one, and then 2 more if you're going to do it again.
Alright, yeah, one more time. Because after this, I lose my boosts.
Yeah.
3 successes, 2 advantage, so that's going to be 8 damage total for that one, because I got the advantages on that.
Nice. Yeah. So shooting at a third, well, I guess probably the one that was already wounded, they're going to start to back off. They're popping off shots at you, missing wildly because, they're retreating as they do. But you seem to be kind of stuck because they are blocking off your exit.
And more than we still have our strain from last time, like they have left or anything, so
yeah,
feel a little stressed.
Can't imagine.
Yeah, kind of gonna holler back and be like, so we even the odds a little bit more now. How's about you let us wander off and you can find out if there's anything back here that we missed, because it seems like we weren't the first ones here. So, yeah, right? Because we're even, and I'm like yelling back into the ship, because we're evenly numbered now.
And as you're saying this, the response is more blaster fire in your direction. Are you staying out in the hallway, like just out in the open?
Oh no, I'll back. I will. Yep.
Are you going to the same
other
where it is, or staying on your side of the hall?
Stay on my side of the hall.
Okay. Yeah, there are plenty of rooms to hide in. Jin and Vex, you definitely can hear the sounds of blaster fire. You can hear raised voices, but it's a little bit hard to tell what they're saying. Doesn't sound like things are going too well for your friends at this point.
Indeed.
Well then, we need to get going.
Yes, I think we need to find out what is going on.
Yep. I'll have both of you give me coordination rolls again with 2 difficulty.
Okay. That was that, right? Yeah.
One threat.
Oof.
Apparently, my luck has run out. 1 failure, 1 threat.
Okay. Jin, you fall through the floor. Vex, you start to fall through the floor, but again, your foot just gets kind of caught for a second. But Jin has gone to the deck below you. And Jin, you're going to take 1 wound.
Jin, are you all right?
Ow. I'll be
That's
all
a good
right.
sign.
Yes.
You're not unconscious. That's always a good start.
Whenever organics say ow, it's always good.
At least I'm awake.
Yep.
I'll try and figure out a way up.
Well, Vex starts off by looking over to see whether or not it might be possible for him to actually just pull her out.
So, since you downloaded all the relevant data, it's not hard for you. I won't make you roll even to figure out how to get back where you were. It just delayed a little bit.
Okay. then I'll call out to Vex. I'll be fine. Just go help the others. I'll try and figure out how to get up there and meet you guys. They need help. Go.
Very well. If you're sure.
I'm sure. I'll be up in a minute.
Okay. I'll let them know you're on your way. And Vex then turns round and scootles back off the way they came.
Yeah. Ascara and Pasha, are you trying to hit the remaining Rhodians, or are you just kind of in a holding pattern?
I'm taking a Scar as lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am absolutely going to have taken up a defensive position and started returning fire.
Absolutely. So this time it'll be 3 difficulty.
Okay. One of those. Just 2 successes.
Okay. You are able to seriously wound the one that you've already shot. They definitely seem like they are probably not going to be shooting back at you at this point. We'll say you shoot them in the gun hand.
Okay.
And you were immediately answered by more blaster fire. They did have some successes this time. And Ascara, they would do 6 wounds, but I know you've got some armor to soak.
5 soaked because I have Armor Master.
Nice.
So my soak has been improved.
Pays to be a Mandalorian.
So I take 1 wound.
Just imagine what it'll be like with Beskar.
Yep.
Actually, can't wait to live to see that.
Are you using any more strain, or are you just doing the 1?
Just doing the 1. I reserve the right. As for my maneuver, if I get shot at any further, I reserve the right to use sidestep. And
Remind me what that does.
that will increase the difficulty to hit me.
Nice.
I can spend 1. I can increase it by 1 by spending 1 strain, or 2 by spending 2 strain.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, Pasha.
Oh, Pasha is still out from having fallen through the floor, but not super out. But I don't have amazing armor, so I'm gonna shoot back. I lost my boost though. 0. 2 difficulty.
It is 3. Because now they're undercover.
Okay. 2 successes, 1 threat.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to kind of wing one. So I mean,
Okay.
they're really not doing well. You have almost even the odds, just
Okay,
with
so
the
that's
you have currently.
8 total for my successes. If I take if I take more strain. No, I'm not gonna take any more strain. Oh, I wish I had something else to do. Pasha is sidestep is a maneuver you have, correct? As your character?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I don't have that. Alright. Yeah. What is skullduggery again used for?
That would be like, if I remember correctly, it's kind of your like breaking and entering kind of stuff.
Okay. That's it. I shot back, kind of very proud of myself for still having not shot myself in the foot during all this.
And Bex, as you are continuing to make your way, the blaster fire gets louder as you approach. Stray shots come fairly close to you, and you can see your friends occasionally kind of poking their heads out to return fire.
Vex takes in the situation fairly quickly, sees that there are bad guys doing the firing up ahead, and
And you have options now.
I do. And proceeds as rapidly as they are able to shorten the distance between themselves and the bad guys.
Okay.
Takes a stun grenade out of their, well, I don't have pockets, but out of one of my compartments. Shouts, Oscara, Pasha, keep out of the way, and then proceeds to throw said stun grenade straight at the Radiants.
I'm just picturing like a underhanded softball throw.
Oh no.
I mean, you're in a hallway, so the ceilings are not super high.
True.
Oh, did we not mention that Vex upgraded their arm into a grenade launcher?
Yeah, you conveniently forgot that one.
Yeah, no. But I am a droid, and I have fairly strong throwing action.
Yeah. The Kung Fu Girl.
Wait a moment. So I need 2 of them. How many difficulty are you going to make me do? 3. This had better work.
I mean, it worked
3
on the Imperial.
successes, 3 threats.
Nice. What's the damage on that?
8 stun damage.
Okay. Yeah. You are able to toss this grenade, and it seems to cause the blaster fire to stop. There's no return fire.
Good. That was the object of the exercise. Pasha, Oscara,
yes.
Where are you?
Just mildly bleeding over here. I thought that it's not a problem, but if you felt like I miss my medical droid friends.
Vex, I think you need to take care of Pasha. I took literally a scratch. I'm gonna go make sure that they don't get back up.
Yeah,
That's a very good idea. Jin is on her way. She fell through the floor, unfortunately, but she's fine. She's on her way.
Just like Pasha did.
Twinsies.
Well, I nearly did twice. I, however, managed to avoid it.
Lucky. Of course, I can't hear that, but...
Well, no. At this point, Jen would be catching up to the rest of you. So I imagine a door slides open as you're having this discussion, and yeah, Jen is just like, lucky.
Mm-hmm. How many difficulty are you going to make me do for this medicine check?
Defending you.
I mean, you do still have Stimpaks.
Mm-hmm. I do, but I'd much rather use a medicine check because I do well on them.
Yeah, just 2.
All the times I've used it, I've done really well. So what are you going to make me do in terms of difficulty?
2.
2. Four successes, 1 threat.
Excellent. How much damage had you taken? I don't remember.
I had taken 2 from the fall.
Okay. So yeah, I mean you're feeling pretty good at this point. That sprained ankle doesn't hurt quite as much.
The sprained ankle of 4 cracked ribs fell on the floor.
No.
Vex, have I told you how much I like you?
Actually, yes. If you remember.
Well,
It was quite a while ago before all this shenanigans happened, but yes, you did.
still as true as the day I said it.
Vex has the exact timestamp and date.
Yeah,
Pretty
of
much.
course.
Hey, just curious.
Mhm.
Lots of scraps to a Mandalorian. I don't know if maybe you should actually be checking on Scar. I
Yes.
don't know.
I was just going to do so. Oscar,
And
let
right-
me see this scratch, please.
Well,
And she
she's
holds.
a little busy.
She's already outside making sure these Rhodians aren't getting back up.
Yeah, and I was going to ask, when you say make sure they don't get back up, are you killing them?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So you hear
Excellent.
6 shots from this carbine, because even the ones that you are pretty sure that you killed, gotta be absolutely sure.
Indeed. Indeed. Jin, did you suffer any injury from that spectacular fall? You did, didn't you?
Little
Trying
bit.
to pretend that you
She's
didn't,
limping
but
a
you
little.
did.
She even falls nicely.
Well, I fell pretty gracefully. I made sure not to hurt my face.
Mm.
Oh, and I do
Indeed.
appreciate that.
The
You are
moneymaker.
so welcome, my dear.
I grasp I like craft words with an idea. Oh,
She'd just grin over to him. Damn
Yep.
straight. Missed you.
Still flirting through the pain.
Huskar is like triple tapping. They're hearing all this.
I mean, nothing more
So
romantic.
can Vex use one of the stim packs?
Yeah.
On Jin, please.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let me erase that damage.
So now that you have gotten this data, what is the plan from here?
Forgive me for
Seems to me
speaking
we-
out of turn. Yeah. No,
Go ahead.
Vex, I think you're going to say exactly what I want to hear. Go ahead.
It seems to me that we need to get back to our ship and remove ourselves from this vicinity as fast as humanly possible, or droidly possible, either.
Spectacularly
Or-
do indeed read my mind.
Twi'lekly possible. Anyway,
So
be not here anymore.
with the assistance of your force user and the fact that you were able to eventually navigate here, you are aware that you could navigate, but it is sunset. The sun is rapidly going down. You are in the jungle.
Ooh. Don't like it. Want to keep us as that kind of stuff.
Just a note. Also, Nexu, definitely nocturnal.
Did we want to try and hole up here for the night, considering we have 4 walls around us, even if they are a little shaky?
Ah, 4 walls, but there's only one bed.
One big bed.
I don't need a bed. I'm fine. You two go and do whatever it is you need to in the bed. We'll make sure there's someone Vex for Vex to power down, and I'll keep watch.
Yeah. Sleep is
Ooh.
against the Mandalorian's religion.
Very well, but
what
in
I-
due. But I don't need. I only need a few hours
You can
to
release
recharge
later.
myself. So, yes, exactly.
You won't be able to
Make
charge.
sure-
but
make
can,
sure you
can
do.
power down to conserve your charge.
Hmm.
Oscar, I should have gotten some of that space meth back at the traders,
What?
so you can stay up all night.
Oh yeah,
Who needs to sleep?
yeah.
So, canonically, what is happening, right, is that Pasha and Jin have the only bed. So, which means that they're the only ones in the room, and you still got those death sticks.
Totally still have those death sticks.
Well, I ain't flying or anything for a while, so,
You want to have some fun?
Yeah.
Oh, I like how they're
the
just
same
like
thing
Star
in the
Wars
middle of the
cigarettes,
jungle.
but you guys are like, let's do some drugs as they're just like cigarettes.
They're called death sticks. It sounds cool. True pressure still works in the galaxy.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, so we're just hunkering down. Like, there's no fires, there's no food, there's no nothing because we thought we were coming and going, right?
Yep.
Yeah, pass it, grumpy.
Oh, no.
Angry.
Mm.
Oscar, what do you do to pass the night?
Blaster maintenance. Armor maintenance at that. While
Yeah.
keeping watch.
Makes sense. You know, just assemble and disassemble your carbine repeatedly. Fantastic. Vex, whenever you power back up and relieve Ascara, what are you doing?
Just making sure that everything is reasonably as safe and normal as possible. Keeping an eye on anything that might be coming out of the jungle into this sort of clearing space that we've found ourselves in.
Yeah.
Just generally doing my best to keep guard.
Yeah, you definitely hear a lot of, if you were, you know, humanoid and not a droid, unnerving sounds that you would want to keep an eye on. But, you know, being a droid, you're not overly concerned. You're a little bit more logical and rational than the others. And nothing terrible comes out of the dark to murder you all in the night.
I'm sorry. I'm sure the droid is more logical and rational than Pasha, who's afraid of Mandalorians and things in this jungle. I just feel like that's an assumption we haven't actually tested.
Totally. Rational and logical. So as the sun rises, you all are able to make your way. It does take a little while. You know, you did reverse a fair amount of the jungle, but your new Force user is able to lead you back. Are you headed straight back to Mando space at this point?
We technically have two ships right now, don't we? Because we have the activation keys for this TIE fighter.
You do.
Oh, that would be a nice trophy to take back, wouldn't it?
Listen, so I know that I found the activation fob for this TIE fighter, but I will graciously trade you this brand new sparkly, shiny black TIE fighter for the entirety of your share of the ship.
They might be giving me my own special cache of things anyway, for all I know, because this was kind of an initiation sort of mission, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So honestly,
I think you would know that it's not likely they would just give you a ship. And if you already had one, sure, the TIE fighter is not ideal. It's not a traditional Mandalorian ship, but you are a foundling. You're not exactly a traditional Mandalorian to begin with, so I'm sure you could modify it and make it your own.
yeah.
No
Well,
pressure. I just,
Sure,
you know,
it seems
I
to
would love it
me.
if Jin continue to ride with me. And the Vex, no offense, none at all. You know that I don't feel this way, but watch the galaxy has issues with droids own and stuff.
That face.
Well, I was
Really?
going to take it back more to give more as a kind of status symbol, not keep the damn thing.
I mean, if Din can, you know, have the Naboo fighter that's modified, then Ascara can probably have a TIE fighter that's modified.
Yeah. Especially if it's a TIE interceptor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if TIE Eyes have fuel generators. I don't think they do. Bombers do, but
Mm,
well, this is an inquisitorial
Yeah.
interceptor.
Yeah.
So it might.
It's pretty heavily modified. It does take a little while to find it with the ship, but once you're back and able to survey from the air, where the Nexu miraculously cannot reach you, you eventually do find where they had left their ship. And you can see that this particular type of interceptor is the kind where the wings fold down whenever it lands. So this is very heavily modified.
Yeah, I think you can have my share of whatever salvage profits and all that fun stuff you get. Just don't touch the stuff that they give me directly for the initiation stuff, because they might take offense to that.
No problem. You do your main little thingy. Not gonna interfere with that. And Jen, you got some lovely new extreme bread cutters, and Vex, you got me.
Extreme bread cutters. Amazing.
Oh, man. I don't see what I can.
Maybe use some of this extra salvage money to like give Vex something special too, like a grenade launcher arm. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Something special.
Yeah.
I mean,
Medical upgrades would be very nice.
Vex can always fire back to grenades out of the grenade launcher,
Totally.
or Coulter.
As a squishy flesh bag, I very much support my good friend Vex here becoming a doctor. I, as an aging, decrepit, not gentle with their body flesh bag, I encourage Vex to do this. Let's spend lots of money, lots of credits on this. Yeah.
How old is Pasha? Because I don't know if I want to be offended right now.
Yeah. Pasha looks much older than you are.
It's the death fix. That'll do it to you every time.
Yep.
Not gentle at all with the body.
So it takes a little while to get back through wild space to the core worlds. Well, not the core worlds, but to the galaxy proper. But you have navigated this way once before, so you have a little bit of a prior experience and knowledge. So it's not quite as difficult as on the way in. And Ascara, as you return triumphantly, tell us a little bit about your ceremony.
Do we get to come?
Yes.
This isn't a secret society thing.
No. I don't know. Actually, I don't remember.
I feel like
I believe, strictly speaking, it is, but I think they would probably make.
Allow your companions. I mean, you are a foundling, so
Yeah.
Also, Bo-Katan's not necessarily the biggest on like tradition in a lot of ways. So
yeah. So
what do we wear with this?
Just wear whatever you like. Don't come nude. No. Vex is the only one who's allowed to do that.
Coming with nothing at all would not be a good idea.
That's behind closed doors, my dear.
Yeah, that's a different kind of coming.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yep.
Fucking hell, Rick.
Listen, I've been playing entirely too much Monster Hearts lately. I can't...
Oh, that explains a lot.
That does explain so much.
So, she comes back in the TIE fighter, which she's considering like an extra trophy from also completing the mission, because stealing it from the imps. Although technically buying it from Pasha, so either way.
You stole it.
Yeah. And there are various, as she kind of walks in, the three of them are there wherever they wish to stand, but there are other Bode of the clan, of the elite, standing in line as she kind of goes up, and she just stands as she hands the. She'll hand over the data, the thing that was requested,
Mhm.
and kind of just wait to be spoken to because she knows her betters.
And obviously, Bo-Katan is very gracious and takes this data from you and asks if you have completed the trials.
As set out before me, I have.
And she turns silently and presents you with a helmet.
I take it, I incline my head at her, and then put it on, and I'm not taking it off.
It is fit for Leku. Did you decide, are you keeping the Leku free or are they armored as well?
Free.
Fantastic. And so she declares you officially a full Mandalorian at this point.
Were we supposed to broadcast?
And she'll turn and look at all the other warriors in the clan, and then walk back down sort of the line and back to the three of them.
What would
good job. Good
what
guts.
would
Excellent.
Kara's emblem
My
be?
congratulations, my friend. Well done.
What would her emblem be?
You're more terrifying now. 3.
What would
Good
her
runs.
emblem be?
Maybe a Nexu?
Yes. You're a next
Don't look
to
at the chat.
a next. What?
Don't look
No,
at the
no,
chat.
no. I'm going to. What's the thing?
Chat
Oh,
says
for
a poop
fuck's
emoji
sake,
is
Effie. No, it's a Nexus skull.
Yeah.
In like a square.
Absolutely. And at first you just get the helmet, but you know that you are eventually going to gain your Beskar armor. And why don't you tell us what you do with your ship at this point? Are you keeping the interceptor or are you giving it away?
I'm going to keep it as a trophy of my trials, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I am going to give it a new coat of paint because the Imperial like black and red ain't me.
Yeah. Are you going full like Sabine Wren? Going like graffiti, or are you?
Nah, I'm going like blue and white, like clan colors.
Makes sense. And we've already kind of talked about what Vex is doing following this. But why don't you give us your epilogue? What does Vex do after you have returned to Mandalore space and witnessed this ceremony?
I think Vex has probably several choices. Obviously they will be very grateful indeed, insofar as a droid can have that emotion, to receive the additional medicine upgrades to make them more of a effective doctor, but still with slightly psychotic tendencies occasionally.
Fine. Totally fine.
Having done that, because it doesn't actually take a huge amount of time, as it were, there will need to be a conversation with Pasha and Jin about what they might be going to do in relation to the ship, and depending on what that is, whether or not they would like to have their own medical droid. But if not, then Vex will take advantage of where he is to actually perhaps practice some medicine, setting himself up as a local doctor, as it were.
As a Mandalorian medic?
As a Mandalorian medic, yeah. Because one of the upgrades will inevitably be Mandalorian anatomy, Mandalorian illnesses, and such like.
I love that we now have 2 Mandalorians, just one's a droid.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Jen, what about you? Now that you have some burgeoning force ability, you definitely will be pursued by the Inquisitors. It's not the last time you will see the red lightsabers, but why don't you tell us what you do with the new lightsabers you found and your force abilities and how you choose to pursue or not pursue that?
She would at this point obviously have let Pasha know that if they're willing to take the risk and go with her, then she'd be willing to go, or at least try to go somewhere where she can have training, and she'd be training on the ship, trying to learn how to use the lightsaber, and not cut her arm off, and try to use her abilities, try and learn how to use them more at will to get more of what she wanted instead of just random visitages as best she can. I know that's not very possible, but with what little she has right now, she needs more of that in the future. She would, of course, have had that conversation with Pasha and Vex about seeing about whether or not they wanted an extra person on the ship. She would, however, like Vex to come along with them, but at the same time, not sure how that's going to work.
Yeah. And on that note, Pasha, why don't you tell us, since now this kind of hinges on you.
So Pasha is kind of sitting in the pilot seat that's swerves and is like kind of thinking about all this and steepling fingers, looking deep in thought, and goes, "Sure. I got nowhere else to be. Have to admit, you're being chased by more than just a Hutt." Something with forces kind of creepy. Fully support the learning to not cut your own hand off. Would love it if the one who could reattach a hand wants to come along too. Absolutely not trying to cut out our wonderful, terrifying Mandalorian friend who I will have nightmares about for forever. Yeah, I mean, I own like 50% of the ship now, but not more than that, because again, Vex, I believe you own things. So sure, give me a heading, tell me where to go, what's doing. Would love it if we could not have you pursued by evil people across the galaxy. That'd be spectacular. If we can't do that, then, and then if our absolutely terrifying Mandalorian friend wants to come along too, and ride in their own ship, that's great with me.
Yeah, and I think that's a
I wouldn't.
perfect way to circle back. Ascara, now that we've gone through your ceremony, are you going off on your own? Are you staying with your new friends, if that's the appropriate word here? What's the plan?
They are kind of like a found family, found elite. Even if Pasha is scared to death of Mandalorians, so
You're like the terrifying big sister that
yeah.
like you just don't F with.
And
You're the eldest born, and you're
the fun thing with Beskar is it's pretty resistant to sabers. Even more so if she ever manages to find the source of cortosis, but that's a long time in the future. Yeah. So plus slug throwers are always handy. Plus all the other gadgets. So if another Inquisitor comes for Jin, it'll be handy to have her on deck just to like deal with them.
Yeah.
As you're thinking about all this, as they present this idea to you and you're wearing a mask now, I definitely Pasha's even more like, I have no idea what you think. I can see your face at all and see even more terrified.
And she's going to lean in if you say that and say, and I'm never going to take this off because I'm not allowed to. It goes against the rules.
I was going to ask, is your helmet a night owl style helmet, or is it the more traditional?
It's more traditional. But also Bo-Katan also, again, the House Crisis is not all that traditional, so
right.
She'll take it off occasion. She's just trying to scare Pasha a little bit with the whole Mandos never take their helmets off thing.
Absolutely believes it. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just picture like Jin having a training remote and initially just getting, shot a lot by it. And then eventually as Askara, gets the full Beskar armor, just on board the ship occasionally there's some lightsaber on, vibro knife duels. And I think that's a good place for us to end. Thank you all. It's been a blast. I've enjoyed running this little mini campaign.
The pilot never got to roll a Pacific.
That's not true. You got to do some on the way to Shogunna.
Oh, I did roll once, that's right. Yeah.
Hey, you rolled a couple times.
Pasha is happily fulfilled with their life.
Anybody have anything before we head out?
I just want to thank you guys for coming and listening to us every session that we've had. It's been wonderful being able to act out and play with these guys and getting to learn the system. And thank you to our keeper. He was an excellent keeper while we were playing.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
the rest of us were fumbling around wondering what on earth we were supposed to be doing.
No. You all did fantastic. I very much enjoyed each of the characters. Was a lot of fun. I'm sad that Woody couldn't be here because I was very excited about Conquer the Wookiee. But that's always for another story in the future. So
I second all the things. Had so much fun, and a giant thank you to you for putting up with all of the ridiculousness that is our group. But it was a blast.
Absolutely.
It was.
Happy, anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, as has already been said, thank you all for coming and watching. I am assuming we're going to raid someone. Not sure who, but nice. Yeah, so stick around for the raid.